If separated, can my spouse inherit the property I buy before we're divorced? Well, one of the first things we need to address is Florida doesn't have legal separation. I believe that's something that comes from New York where they may have legal separation, but we don't have that. In Florida, either you're married or you're single, one of the two. You're not anywhere in between as far as your rights are concerned. So we get to the question as to whether or not your spouse can inherit your property. Under our Florida law, as is that you can leave your property to whomever you want under your will, and you can exclude your spouse. Your spouse then has the right to file what they call an elective share, wherein they get, I believe it's 30% of everything you own, no matter how you hold it, whether it be in a revocable trust or wherever. So yes, you can, you buy property, you can leave it to whoever you want to. Now, if you happen to buy a home and you're separated and you're not going to be able to get a mortgage when you buy a home in Florida if you're married without the joinder of your spouse, because of the Florida Constitution requires that a spouse join in any conveyance or any mortgage as far as your homestead's concerned. But let's say you say, well, that's not a problem, I pay cash for it. Well, is not a problem until you get ready to sell it during your lifetime while you're still alive, and then you turn around and then have to have your spouse join in the deed and in order to be able to sell it. So if it's your homestead here in Florida, it's not so much a problem of buying it, but when you get ready to get rid of it or try and mortgage it, you've got problems as far as needing your estranged spouse to sign. Also, if you are still married, even though you're separated and you own your homestead here in Florida and you pass away, the spouse has a right to a life estate in your homestead property, or can elect to take a half interest, provided that you don't have any minor children. If you have minor children, then it's automatic life estate. So there's any number of complications as far as purchasing property. And so my suggestion is, if you're separated, well, you need to go ahead and take care of getting divorced and clean up your property rights, or enter into a marital settlement agreement with your separated spouse whereby they're waiving any rights in this, and that's another way to handle these problems. So if you have any questions on that, well, give me a call at 727-847-2288.